Hello beautiful people, what's up, and welcome back to another budget-friendly recipe video where today I'm going to share with you some great meal options on a very low budget. A lot of times when we think low budget or cutting costs to all extremes, we usually think beans and rice. Now don't get me wrong, I personally love beans and rice, but we have to flare them up a little bit. I also don't want you to think extreme budget and always think that you have to do just like bland beans and rice. Now, trust me, I get the Dave Ramsey concept of getting out of debt quick, and relying on beans and rice, but hopefully you'll find here within my channel of being plant-based that I have some really exciting beans and rice options for you. So I do have beans today, I do have rice, but there's a slight flair to them where I feel like these meals don't feel quite as extreme budget as you would think for 50 cents per meal. I am gluten-free and plant-based, so these options are gluten-free and plant-based, but if you are not gluten-free, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, one of these meals is gonna be exceptionally cheaper if you eat regular pasta. But I'm done chatting, let's jump into the first meal. I think you're really going to enjoy it. All right, let's get started with this first meal. This could be used for breakfast or a snack, lunch, dinner, honestly, whatever you would like. So I have about 3 tablespoons of sunflower seeds. I am using gluten-free oats. Again, it would be cheaper if you use just traditional oats, 2 bananas, half a cup of raisins, and some cinnamon. I am not including the cost of my sauces here with my ingredients, but here are the totals per. If you want to pause that, you can, but we're going to talk about that here in the end. I'm giving all of my prices just to kind of let you see how I'm figuring this out to be so inexpensive. These were items that I just picked out from my pantry, and I'm hoping this will kind of give you an idea on how to sculpt really inexpensive meals in case you don't want to divide your grocery budget, as I often do by doing a full week meal plan for $12, $20, $25, $30, etc. So I'm sure everyone who is plant-based or even not plant-based that's looking for a simple breakfast cookie has made these 2 ingredient cookies before. It's oats and bananas, and just remember it's equal parts oats to bananas. So I use 2 bananas, so I'm using 2 cups, and I like to use the quick cooking oats because I like the texture of them as a cookie. I will also leave this recipe in the description box down below, typed out, so you can see what I did in case you want to copy it, but they're so simple. You could add walnuts, you could add brown sugar. I've done these with apples before. You can add chocolate chips, peanut butter, anything that you would like. Anything that you can imagine, you can add to these cookies, and they're phenomenal every single time. So these cookies ended up being 14 cents per cookie, which honestly for this healthy goodness snack, I think is amazing because they are relative to a granola bar. So if you think of a granola bar price at a store, this is a much healthier, easier option, fewer ingredients, and you can control everything about them. You can control the size of them, portion size, you can control the ingredients. They can be low sugar, you could add a little bit of sugar, whatever you like. And then what I do is I go ahead and bake them in my oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. If you want them to be chewier, you can cook them for less time. If you want them to be crunchier, cook them for more time. And I like to let you guys know, of course, every oven cooks differently, so keep an eye. You know your oven better than I do. Let's take a full little peek over the prices. Again, if you are going to use traditional oats instead of gluten-free, it'll also be cheaper. So 2 cups of oats, 86 cents, 2 bananas, roughly 56 cents, and then you include my raisins and my sunflower seeds. It turns out to 14 cents per cookie. That's amazing. Moving right along to recipe number 2, we're going to use some rice, an onion, edamame, carrots, and I am using coconut aminos. Again, I did not include the price of seasonings or sauces when I was doing the breakdown here because a lot of those things I don't buy every single week, every single month. Those are things I have on hand, and everybody can use any sauce or seasonings that they may have, or maybe you don't want to use sauces or seasonings, and that's totally okay too. I did that for months and months and months. I just used salt, and garlic. I don't even like black pepper, so we don't even have it in our house. So you could definitely stir fry your onions on a stovetop with a little bit of oil or water, saute them. I decided to pop them into my oven at 400 degrees and roast them to get a lot of robust flavor. And then I'm using some carrots and edamame. And we're kind of doing a stir fry, but it's a little non-traditional. For me, rice, when I'm just cooking a little bit, and this is 1 total cup of rice, I'm not even cooking that much, and it will blossom up to 2 full cups of rice when cooked. So I'm just, like I said, cooking my rice on the stovetop, adding in the soy sauce. I did add garlic seasoning, onion powder, and crushed red pepper. And then I went ahead and added my frozen edamame and then put the lid back on and let them steam. I feel like they just have a nice crunch when you do it this way because the heat of the rice kind of blossoms them just a hair, and they're just so delicious. To share with you really quick a great idea if you're looking for a Father's Day gift, or really an anytime gift, but especially Father's Day since that is coming up. I want to share with you a great idea because if you're like me who's very budget minded, but you still like to give gifts that are meaningful, memorable, and great keepsakes, you need to check out Storyworth. I shared about Storyworth back in December around Christmas time because I thought it was like the perfect gift for Christmas. And I told you all that I wanted to gift one to my husband sometime in the next couple of years because we plan on adopting. And so this book is actually for him, and I'm so excited. I'm actually going to give it to him on his birthday, which is around Father's Day, not on Father's Day because we are not parents yet. But this gift is absolutely phenomenal for those in your life that have a story to share. Storyworth is an online service that helps you and your loved ones connect, sharing stories and wonderful memories. It will help you preserve your memories for years to come. Every single week, Storyworth will email your dad or your father figure in your life a email prompt, and they will fill out that single prompt and be able to fill an entire book with really awesome story. A couple examples would be, what is the best advice your father gave to you? Or what is something you could do all over if you could do it again? I'm super excited for my husband to fill out this book because even though we are young, we have so many crazy stories from college, life, business life, moving across the country. I want to preserve all of those memories for our future children, and so that they are never forgotten. Storyworth will help me with that gift. I also think this is a really great way to get to know those in your life in a much deeper way. They'll be able to be prompted with questions to fill out stories, and things will pop up that they might have never shared with you if it wasn't for Storyworth, which I think is so cool. It's like being a historian in your own family. Then once all the email prompts have gone throughout the year, Storyworth will then send you a book with photos and all of your memories inside so you can keep it. Go to storyworth.com/runningonplants and save $10 on your first purchase. Thank you so much to Storyworth for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm so excited for you all. You loved when I shared with this over Christmas. If there's someone in your life who you know has an amazing story to tell, to share their life's memories, make sure to pick up a Storyworth for them, because they're gonna enjoy not only filling it out and reliving those memories, but also leaving those memories to be relived throughout generations to come. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know I save the best recipes for the end. That way you guys are just like waiting to see, okay, what is she gonna share? So this is more of my husband's style meal. He absolutely loved it. We've made it a few times since. And like I said in the beginning of the recipe video, if you are not gluten-free, this recipe is going to be significantly cheaper because regular pasta is like a third of the price of gluten-free pasta right now. So I went ahead and took about $1's worth of fresh cauliflower. You could definitely use frozen, and that for us cost us about $1 as well. Whether we get it at Smith's, Walmart, Target, Winco, it's about $1 per 12 ounces, and that's how much fresh I was using. So in comparison, it's the same either way for us. Anyways, I added a can of drained and rinsed chickpeas and some yellow mustard and about 3 or 4 tablespoons of sriracha. If you're not a sriracha fan, because that's too much heat for you, you could use Frank's buffalo sauce or anything that you would like. You could even use barbecue and it would still be wonderful. Chili powder is the secret ingredient here, along with garlic powder and onion powder, but use any seasonings that you may like or have on hand. And if you want just a touch of sweetness added to this without so much heat to balance it out, go ahead and add a tablespoon or 2 of maple syrup. So I chopped my onion and also got together my mixings for this pasta, and I popped them in the oven at about 425 degrees until they were nice and roasty to my liking. It took about 15 minutes. So good. Let's get on with the rest of the recipe. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you like this type and style of video. Plus, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you would like to see from me in the month of June and July. But I love hearing from my subscribers what they like to see most from me. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a new video by me, and I'll see you next Thursday in a brand new video. Bye-bye.